Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So don't mind my outfit. I am on a break from work right now and I'm wearing like a school shirt, and I was like, I don't want to announce that, so I just threw a cardigan over, even though it's like 100 degrees outside. But you know, I don't know what it is when you're like blasting AC. Like our AC is set to like 78 degrees and I still get chilly when it's like blasting, and then it's allowed to like cool, and then I don't need like a blanket or a cardigan. But then when it starts blasting again, I don't know why that's cold to me. Maybe because I'm just used to the heat, I suppose. But I'm having a normal empties, like a beauty empties video, and I haven't done one in a while. Actually, I had one back in March. Like I had a full bin ready to go, and then the school told us you have to move out, and I literally had no time to film that video, so I had to get rid of those empties. The only thing I got was like the makeup to record like my collective makeup empties so I can put it in a year-long video. So yeah, unfortunately you haven't had a normal beauty empties videos in a while, but I don't have that many things in here because, you know, I haven't been wearing much ever since the quarantine kind of started, and even now like I'm barely starting to amp up use and everything because I have a job where I have to log on to Zoom like Monday to Friday, and I just feel like now I have an excuse to actually, you know, do my skincare twice a day, put on makeup, use makeup remover, all of that stuff, which before I wasn't wearing makeup much, and I was only doing skincare once a day because I didn't need to like redo it. So yeah, we have a little bit of empties, not that many like I said. And then well, I guess I'll just talk into it since a lot of you guys hate when I blabber. I'm sorry. Okay, so I finished a sheet mask. This is actually my last DNA acquiring sheet mask by Mediheal. You know, I love these sheet masks when sheet masks were all the rage. They're just very wasteful since they're like single use, and I can't stand my frizziness right now. I just feel like I'm clashing all over. Like, what is my outfit? I have gold earrings on, but I have like silver bracelets and, you know, whatever. This is called behind the scenes. They're just wasteful. I don't like using them anymore. I'm trying to reduce my carbon footprint where I can, and you know, sometimes I mess up, but this is something I definitely don't need in my life anymore. I think here I only have one more sheet mask left, and then I'll be completely out of them, and I think out of them in all regions. Sometimes I get them as like Christmas gifts and then I'll use them, but I haven't purchased any myself in a long while. In this plastic baggie, this used to house the Lush Naked Serum of Grace, and I'm sorry if you could hear my dad's bass playing in the back. I literally cannot do anything about it because he is changing the oils on the car and like adding coolant to the car, so you know, he's out there in the hot weather, so anything that can like appease him. So I'm sorry if it bothers you. I just don't have any other time I could possibly film it, so it's either now or never, and I think most of us would prefer it now. Anyways, so I had like a couple of, I think it's like Full of Grace serum, I think that's what it's called. I'll put a picture of what it actually looks like since this is just a plastic baggie. I do have the reusable tin that Lush sells, but it's currently housing like a shampoo bar that I used for my makeup brushes, so I've just been housing them in this little plastic baggie. I don't like, I love that it's, you know, it's essentially like is plastic-less. Of course I used a plastic baggie, but because it just melts easier, it was easier to put it in a plastic baggie than keep it in the paper baggie that it comes in. So I mean, if I want to keep using this baggie and clean it out, I can. That way I'm not being wasteful. I do like it. I haven't repurchased it because of what's going on with Lush and its like CEO in regards to like him like actively supporting police, and it's just very controversial right now because he hasn't like he did it before the tragedies that happened that began the whole BLM movement once again, and he hasn't like outright said anything about it, like as of when I'm filming this now, because I have a couple videos I have to upload before this video. So as of now when I'm filming it, he hasn't said anything about like him changing his mind or, you know, so I don't know as of right now if I'm going to keep purchasing it from Lush. Plus all the Lushes around me are closed and I just don't feel comfortable going out and about in Arizona since it's like a state that, I don't know, there's a lot of like Karens and people who don't wear masks, so I just rather not go out, and I just ended up using a different serum, which is, you know, it's fine in regards to using a different serum, but you know, the Lush was great because it was a naked product, and you know, really you don't do much with your carbon footprint, and I don't know. Speaking of serums, I used up the La Roche-Posay Hyalu B5 serum. So this was ironically at first a hyaluronic acid serum that did work for me in Arizona, and normally you're not supposed to use hyaluronic acid in dry areas when there's no moisture in the air because it could do the counter effect since there is no moisture, and hyaluronic acid like traps moisture from the air. But when I was looking at the ingredients, I realized why this actually worked really well is that besides hyaluronic acid, it had vitamin B5 and madecassoside, and my skin loves madecassoside. It's just, it creates a barrier of hydration on the skin from the product, not necessarily like from taking moisture from the air, and that's why this actually worked really well for me, because I used the Ordinary's hyaluronic acid serum back in California where there was moisture, and that never worked for me. So I was like, maybe hyaluronic acid doesn't work for me, and this one proved me wrong. However, this bottle does cost $30, and that's kind of pricey for me right now. I was gonna use my points to pick it up at Ulta, and Ulta was closed, and I ran out of this as well. So I was in a pinch and I picked something else up, and then I have ordered the Caudalie one again just because I don't know how long I'm gonna be in Arizona, so I wanted to use something that doesn't require pulling moisture from the air. But I definitely would repurchase this. I didn't actually buy this myself. My boyfriend's mom is a dermatologist, and she gives me stuff from time to time, and she had given me this and I fell in love, and I kind of hate it that I fell in love because it is a $30 bottle, but it worked amazing even for Arizona weather. So yeah, actually the rest that I have here is the makeup. Wow. But I'm gonna insert a clip real quick of the things I ended up using up in California, since I was there for a couple weeks and I did finish like full size and sample size and foil packets, and I kind of just want to give my thoughts about those, so I'll insert the clip now.
So really quickly, Marc Anthony Strictly Curls Curl Envy. It's okay. I've definitely found better, but I definitely started off using this, so it was a good like beginner into curl cream. This is my second full size that I've gone through, and I think I have one more that's like halfway done, but I've definitely found better products, and I won't be repurchasing these anytime soon. I really like this. This was the Dr. Jart Ceramide Cream. I'm not sure how much it costs, but Dr. Jart is usually really expensive, but so I'm not going to purchase it because of that. But there is like a cheaper alternative, which is the Apu Madecassoside. I felt like moisturize, it kind of like worked the same, just different consistency, but it was good to use, especially while traveling. Sephora like makeup brush wipe remover, have more of these. It was fine. La Mer Moisturizing Soft Cream. I have a feeling this might have been a little bit too thick for my skin, and I was able to use it for a total of 3 times, so not sure what the hype is about, obviously, but it's very expensive and probably will never purchase. The Kiehl's Creamy Avocado Eye Treatment. Did not like this. It was weird. It was sticky and it was green. Won't be purchasing this just because I already have eye creams I prefer. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Rescue something. I couldn't tell if this was an eye cream or a face cream. I use it as a face cream, but it was definitely like more emollient and more sticky. Could have been a face cream. There's still product left, but because I'm leaving, I'm just gonna throw it away.
Okay, so let's talk about the makeup. So the first thing I finished that went into this bag, literally the first thing that went into this bag, was the Essence Lash and like brow gel mascara. This is what it looks like now. It looks very gross, very dried up. I used to love the ABH brow gel because it has so much brow hair, and that would just really help like keep it in place. However, because I wasn't working when I was using it, or when I stopped using it, I needed like a replacement item, and a lot of you guys recommended the Essence one, and honestly, like, this does not hold a candle to the ABH one. But I actually don't use brow gel that much anymore. I feel like I start to upkeep my brows a lot more, which is kind of, you know, hard to say because my brows aren't like nice or anything. But I feel like because I'm constantly like trimming them, they don't get out of place that much. So I haven't had a need for brow gel that much. So as of right now, I don't think I'm gonna purchase it. I think like a good alternative is just like using hair gel. If your brows can handle it. I have a lot of brow hair and thick brows, so gel's not gonna like rip out my brows. So if I need it in a pinch, I think I would just use that than like buying brow gel. But I wasn't a big fan of that one. A key. I have 2 mascaras, and then the last things I'm gonna do my Project Pan empties. I have 2 mascaras, like I was saying. So I was using these in combination, and it was the CoverGirl Clump Crusher mascara and the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Now, I feel like this is just my go-to drugstore mascara with like a thickening one. So I do like this lengthening one first that helps like the curl last a little more in my lashes, and then I will use like a thickening one again to like make them look thick, because this one doesn't apply that much mascara. I don't know, you've seen like what I do to my lashes in a lot of my get ready with me's, or I talk about it, and you've seen like the before and the after. So I used to not like the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I feel like it always, no matter what tube it was, full size, travel size, it would always flake and get into my eyes, and it was literally the most annoying thing, even like brand new out of the tube. And this tube didn't do that. However, I wouldn't purchase it. Just to be frank, I prefer my Lancome Monsieur Big, which kind of like does these 2 in 1, but that's kind of pricey. And I think I actually got this like in a point perk from Sephora, so I didn't really like purchase it or anything. And my drugstore go-to that I've repurchased several times ever since I had to stop my Lancome Monsieur Big, okay? Ever since. I know, so noisy. So that is for my Project Pan. It is my Jordana brow powder. I've literally had this, no kidding, since middle school, and it's just stuck around, and it's finally out, which I'm so glad to say so. Probably won't repurchase, let's be real. I just prefer other things in comparison to powder. I just prefer cream products on my brows, especially because my brows are like, they don't even know each other. They're strangers, and that's because one has my scar that, you know, really like thickens this brow and gives it like a higher arch, and then this front is completely different than this front, and I'm trying to regrow this front since it was a little bit over plucked. So they're completely different brows. They're strangers. I think, I don't know, it's just, I wish I had nice brows, but powder does not really help me that much. I feel like my brows look the best when I don't do much to it, but then the only thing that like bothers me is like the little bald spot from my scar. But you know, whatever. I can't go back in time from when that happened. I don't even remember this happening because I was that little. So yeah. And then the last thing is my Lancome Tint Idol foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations of all time. I haven't repurchased this yet because this was kind of old, and I just kind of wanted to try new things since I've been constantly using this for years and years and years. So I actually purchased the Fenty Hydrating Foundation to see how that one works, and then if that just turns to complete poo, then I'm gonna return it and exchange it for this because I love this. It's just, I a nice demi matte, and my brother's starting to get heated from playing video games because his room is right next to mine, so the walls are paper thin, so you can often hear him yelling. So it's, my little reusable bag is empty. Remember when I used to have the cute little bin? Oh, I miss those days. But let me know what you finished that you are sad or happy that you finished. I'm definitely very sad that I finished this one, and I hate that it's $30, but maybe I'll just wait for Ulta to have like a sale or something, or I don't know. I don't know, okay? But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video.